Hello again. This is FSH Society's Story Time with Belinda Miller. I'll be reading again from Winterfrost, the first book in the series, Sillet's Quest. Enjoy! Chapter 9, Boots and Gritches. The end of the journey to the farmer's market was bittersweet for Philip. It would be the end of his adventures with Izzy for, he felt, a long time. He fell back into the quietness of his own mind. Izzy and Edward were both chattering nonstop. As the tunnel grew lighter, they started swapping stories about all the times they had been to market and all of the fun they've had over the years. The farmer's market lasted for 2 sole days. There were so many vendors and different types of people. Vendors selling spices, herbs, candles, clothes, handmade tools, furniture, pottery, toys, artwork, crystals, jewels, and even food. So much food. Edward's mouth started to water as he thought. At night, a great bonfire would be built where everyone gathered round and sang and danced all night. There were wise old storytellers for the children and minstrels with odd-looking instruments that sang sad songs. Edward was really looking forward to seeing his sister, Ollie. His plan was to leave with her after the festival and spend some time with her and his cousins in Woodley. He even planned to ask Izzy and Philip to come with them. They hadn't seen Uncle Fester for a while, and he was getting on in his years. At last, they saw the opening of the tunnel. "Philip, listen!" exclaimed Izzy. "I can almost hear the gathering already. Can you?" "Oh, dear Izzy," responded Philip. "I think it's your imagination working overtime. You're so eager to get to the market that you're there already." "We'll be there soon enough, my love." In recent years, Philip had not been as eager to participate in the market as he had been in the old days, back when they were courting and young. He had made any excuse in the world, no matter how outlandish, to get to the market so he could talk and flirt with the little redhead gnome. Izzy sensed that this time, however, he was less eager than ever. His pace had certainly slowed down in the last couple of hours. "You must be very tired, my prince," she said. "I am so sorry that this is such a long journey for you. Maybe someday we can ask one of the cousins to help pull the cart." Ivy was always so very thoughtful. Philip was not as tired as he was dreadful. How do I tell her that I'm leaving?" he thought. The sun shone bright and yellow through the opening of the tunnel. It had been very dark during their passage through the diamond mine, and their eyes were not quite ready to adjust to this brightness. It was as if they were walking directly into the sun. As their eyes slowly adjusted, they could see that the trees were thinning out and there was no more of a path. A wide extent of green fields opened up on either side of the roads. Tall green hills ticked up through the earth, and many of them had enormous oak trees on the top of them. Some of the giant red mushrooms were visible here and along the road. Oh, how happy Ivy was to get out of the dank tunnel and into the beautiful landscape. At this rate, based on previous trips, they could tell that they were close to the fairgrounds and would be there by late afternoon when the sun set heavy in the sky and long shadows stretched along the ground. They all agreed before they made their way down the road that it was time for a little rest in the bright sunshine. Edward picked at a few nut and berry crackers that Ivy had baked and drank a cup of carrot juice. He felt refreshed. Ivy had placed a soft blue blanket under the cart so that she could lay in the shade. Philip sat upright against the cart and pulled out his pipe for an afternoon draw and noticed that Ivy had packed his favorite tobacco. It was flavored with cloves and cinnamon. Finished with his snack, Edward ran about the trees and fields and checked out the trail ahead. All was good. They rested in the sunshine for about an hour and then decided it was time to finally get to the market. Edward was out of sight, so Philip put his fingers to his mouth and let out a screeching whistle. Soon, the little squirrel came scurrying up over the grassy hill and jumped into the cart. "All set?" said Edward. They splashed some water on their faces and washed their hands. Ivy put on a new apron and handed Philip a fresh, bright blue shirt. "How's your orange knee patch holding up? Do you need it mended?" "Oh, it's fine, my love," replied Philip. "You did such a fine job with this one. I imagine it will last forever."